Good morning, everyone. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. Starting this presentation by saying that I'm, in fact, a business development manager at Axians, and I hope to bring some insights about intelligent organizations. So I will start this presentation talking about the misconception that exists towards intelligence. Some people do think they know what intelligence is. What are intelligent organizations? What are the key or main characteristics of intelligent organizations? And I think the whole pitch and the whole session will be focused on how the right technology partner can really make a difference in accelerating organizations and enterprises to become a little bit more intelligent, because there are a lot of dumb organizations still in this world, let's say it like that. And some key takeaways for you not to forget the whole story, right? So if you want to put a definition in it, intelligence is the ability of learning and dealing with new things, trying things, but mainly just to adopt and to manipulate our environment, pushing us towards what we need to do. And in this case, how do we make our own organizations from the inside out a little bit more intelligent, a little bit more smarter? I think one of the key features is not just having individuals that are really the champions, the know-it-alls, they know everything. It's about team learning. It's not just having a whole team of champions, because I'm not going to do any sort of allusion to soccer, but you can have a whole team full of stars and champions. That doesn't mean that they can perform like we want them to perform, right? Another thing is the ability to innovate, but to use systematic thinking. So it's not just a matter of brainstorming. We can't do brainstorming always, all the time. Some companies still do that. So we need to have systematic thinking and then combine that with some mental models to give the structure, the guidance, and the knowledge to whoever is performing this, accelerating towards an intelligent organization. Another key aspect is just constantly thinking about competitivity and sustainability. It's important nowadays. Sustainability is just in every kind of conversation. And for me, and I'll finish this slide with this, it's about communication. It's the main blocker, even in well-known organizations. People don't communicate the proper way. It's not just a matter of bringing visibility to whoever is doing what, or to other business units. It's really how can we communicate better and working towards a single and only purpose. I'm not going to go through all the details of what are the key characteristics or features that organizations must have, the most intelligent ones, but I want to focus on one aspect. Even organizations, and probably you work on a high hierarchy organization as myself, but that doesn't mean that the tools and processes that we have put in place that are not meant to gather feedback from everyone, to feel that people, which actually is what's important around here, to listen to people, and then even towards the decisions that are not just going along with the whole feedback, it's important to hear everyone in the organization as well. I don't need to present this gentleman, probably one of the brightest minds in the universe, at least as we know it, because one of the things, and this event is actually a proof of that, we sometimes focus too much on the technology, on the how-tos, on AI this, AI that, but without imagination, without us gathering the glue between technology with knowledge, with people who actually know how to do things, without imagination, that's totally useless, because we can do nothing with knowledge without imagination. That leads us to one thing. So I've talked about people, the role of people in intelligent organizations. So it's not just a matter if your business or enterprise is an IT company or not, but every business needs to have a human touch. And it's so important to have the right people at the right time doing the right thing. So the question arises normally, and how the right technology partner can accelerate or bring added value to every organization. And the right partner for you might not be the right partner for me. The right partner for a single business unit might not be the actual right partner for another business unit or for another segment of our businesses. So I think where partners can really bring added value is on empowering the organizations to change operations, to have tailored strategies, solutions. Obviously, we're talking about solutions all the time, but also to improve decision-making. And how do technology partners do this? Using, obviously, AI, new tools, how to integrate, to have access to privileged information, not only due to their relationship with the vendors, but they can test, put out on the street, ready-to-go solutions that sometimes are really the unblockers of the whole thing. Now I'm just going to share with you 3 simple use cases. I'm not going to mention names, of course, but one of them is a well-known bank institution in Portugal. Their home banking is running on public cloud, and they wanted to shift a little bit from monolith and adopting not only a cloud-first strategy, because they have done it for a long period of time, but they wanted to understand how this new microservices, containers, how that could speed up and bring agility, scalability, and a better user experience for all users. So this is one of the cases where we are just pitched in, and obviously the customer had technical teams, people who understand technology, but sometimes they really don't have the agenda to put that in place. Another use case that I want to bring up here, it's a public transportation organization, and what they wanted to do was a simple thing. So everybody is carrying their cell phones with you, right? So instead of having a public card or something that you can lose on your wallet, they wanted to use the mobile phone to access and enter a bus, just click through NFC or any other technology, and let the users come into the bus without needing of an external card to access the bus and do their trip. So they also required to have this in an agile way with containers, with Kubernetes, and how they could extract real-time telemetry from all of that, because the buses are always going around. So the end-user experience just got enhanced because people carry their phones all the time, so they can enter the bus and just do their trip. But from their side, they could actually see the affluence of people on those buses, and then understand if they needed to put more buses on a certain line and not making people wait for the next bus. So I think that's really important for the public good, so to speak. The last use case I'm bringing in is from an European C institution. They're trying to adopt a cloud-first strategy, but in some cases, customers don't really know how to do that or where to start. So we started with a cloud adoption framework. We started with a cloud-first approach and designing a cloud adoption framework for them. And what that brought to them was an agility that they were not used to, and in fact brought real added value to the customer. Now we are changing not just mission-critical applications, but also a lot of line of business applications towards the cloud. So in a nutshell, and just trying to keep my 10 minutes time without surpassing it, just some key features for us not to forget what we've talked about in this session. So intelligent organizations use data and big data because sometimes they're sitting on a pile of data, but they don't know what the hell to do with it, right? So use data continuously and without being afraid of extracting analytic from that. And in that sense, the right partner can really help on that. Knowing the customers end-to-end, back-to-back, it's just necessary. You need to know how the customers are making money, what are their problems, how can you assist, how can you help, how can you bring added value to their situation and to their problems as well. Continuously align internally from the inside out towards feedback and asking customers for feedback. It's really important. It's not just having the best solution, the best piece of technology. That's not going to solve the problem. Think and work in an agile way, not just being closed with that waterfall, kind of doing one thing first and then the other thing afterwards. Customers and business are just evolving at such a speed that we cannot afford to do that in the end of the day. So intentionally use these kind of key takeaways to empower your own organizations to become smarter and more intelligent. Thank you so much for your time and patience. I hope this session just brought some light. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Thank you.